Okay, good afternoon. Sir Gian here, and welcome to our Math in the Modern World asynchronous session. This time, we are going to review in preparation of your first quiz regarding number sequences and patterns. We have here sample problems to prepare you in answering patterns, types of number sequences, formulas, finding the 10th term, and word problems. So I prepared here a series of questions and challenges in which we will answer pace by pace, and hopefully this will help you have a decent score on our incoming quiz. So let's proceed. Okay, let's now go to this question. Which figure completes the series? These kinds of exercises can help you discern patterns in some objects. May they be rotating, changing appearance, revolving, inverting, etc. So with that, we are looking for the fifth square or the fifth object. So let me write this on in here. So if you want, student, you can pause this video and try to answer it for yourself. Search for the patterns. And I will answer this question in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So we can number these patterns into 1, 2, 3. And we're looking for the fifth object or fifth pattern or fifth term. Okay, let's just call it fifth term. Okay, have you noticed that in every term, there is a rotation of these outer lines? So I'm going to call them outer lines. So after the second term, it will rotate in a 90-degree angle, okay? And going to the third term, it goes back to being like this. So it means that our fifth term is a rotation of those outer lines. So we are going to expect that on the fourth term, the outer lines look like this. They will rotate in a 90-degree manner like this. Alright, so our fifth term would look like that because of, again, the pattern of rotating 90 degrees. So let's now proceed to the other patterns you can see in here. Term number 1 here has some squares, and then those squares became small ones. Okay, we can see small squares here at the end of the outer lines. So after number 3, you can see that it changed again to another shape, which is diamond for this time. And then it goes back to being, small squares. So it means every odd numbered tile, we should have a new shape. So I'm gonna put here a new shape appears instead of those small squares. So with that, let us now go to our choices. Is it A? Unfortunately, it's not, because we see here small squares which are not going to be appearing in the fifth term. Letter B is out of it as well. Kasi nga, we only have small squares on even numbered terms. So it's not going to be letter C because it's just going to be a repeat of the diamond. We need a new shape. So therefore, it is letter B. So the answer to this question, which figure completes the series, should be letter D. Now, let's proceed to finding the formulas of these sequences and the 10th term as well. So let's proceed with the first sequence here. So you can see, you can discern that it's not in an addition or subtraction pattern. It's not getting added plus 3 plus 3. It's getting multiplied by times 3. Okay? So therefore, what kind of sequence is this? That's right. That is a geometric sequence. Okay? That is a geometric sequence. So therefore, geometric sequences should be regarding multiplication or division. And geometric sequences have this formula for multiplication. Okay? The first term multiplied by the ratio. Okay? The ratio would be how much was it multiplied with. Okay? It was multiplied by 3 and then raised to n minus 1. Okay? There you go. Let me just move the sequence in here. Okay. So, how are we going to write the formula then? Okay? In order to write the formula, we just have to replace the first term. What's the first term? And what's the ratio? So the first term in here is of course 1. So the formula should be written as equal to 1 times the ratio. The ratio is how much it's being multiplied. Okay? It's being multiplied every time by 3. So it's going to be 3 n minus 1. So this is going to be the formula. Okay. Now, how about the 10th term of this sequence? Okay. Deriving from the formula. Okay. So we can just replace n with 10 because we're looking for the 10th term. Okay. So I'm going to write it in here. A 10 is equal to 1 times 3. 10 minus 1. What I just did there was replace n with the number of term we're looking for. So there you go. So what happens next after this? Okay, I just moved the writings in here to make some space. So I'm gonna compute it right now here. A 10, the 10th term is equal to 1 times 3. And then the exponent should be 10 minus 1. That would be 9. Okay, 3 raised to 9. And if you're going to use your calculators in here, 3 raised to 9 means 9 pieces of 3 multiplied by itself. Okay, and if you're going to use your calculator, okay, 3 raised to 9 would be equal to a 10 is equal to 1 times 3 raised to 9 here would be 19,683. So just multiply them. Of course, anything multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. So answer here is this number. Okay? Final answer would be 19,683. Okay. I hope that the writing is understandable. Okay. So let's now proceed to the next questions here. Okay. So with that, let me just fix some parts here. Thank you. Ayusin ko lang. Okay, there you go. So, how about this second pattern here below? And let's move here on this part below. We just move these numbers para clear. Yan. Okay. So as you can see, it's being multiplied by which? Okay, this pattern here is being multiplied by which number? Okay. Can you answer? Okay, I'm gonna answer it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this number is being multiplied by 2. So again, if it's a geometric sequence, we're going to have this formula. What formula? N is equal to the first term multiplied by the ratio. How much is being multiplied? And there you go. So what's going to happen here is we're going to replace the first term and the ratio. Okay, the formula for this sequence would be the first term is 50, There you go. Times the ratio. That's the ratio here. It's being multiplied by 2. Okay. And then n minus 1. How about you, student? How about you try searching for the 10th term? Okay, can you try to answer it? You can pause the video and answer. I will reveal and solve the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, replacing this by 10. Okay, we're going to replace the term by 10. It's going to be 50 times 2, 10 minus 1. There you go. Okay, and of course, simplify. The 10th term is equal to 50 times 2 raised to 9. 10 minus 1 equals 9. So, again, if you're going to use your calculator, it means it's just 2, but 9 pieces of 2 being multiplied by itself. So, if you're going to use your calculator, it's going to be like this. 2 times 2, but there should be 9 of them. So, there you go. Okay. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. I've made an effort. Yeah. So it means it's 9 pieces of 2 multiplied by itself. Okay. And if you're going to use that in a calculator, 2 raised to 9 means 512. Okay. So it's going to be 50 times 512. So what's gonna happen next? Okay, just multiply them. Okay, what's 50 times 500? That would be equal to, let me just write it in here, 179,200. There you go. That will be your answer. Okay. Now, we have tried to answer geometric sequences. How about answering a different kind of number sequence? Okay. So, what if it's being subtracted or added? Just like this number sequence before you. Yeah, this thing. Okay. What kind of sequence is that when it's being added or subtracted? Do you know? It's arithmetic. Okay, it's an arithmetic sequence. And arithmetic sequences follow this formula. A, n, or any term that you want to use would have this formula. First term plus n minus 1 times d. Okay? So if I'm going to define it, again, the first term, okay? And then what's d in this formula? The common difference. Or basically, it's just asking you how much is added or subtracted. So with that, sige, let's try answering the formula for this. Okay, the sequence is decreasing by how much? Okay, how much is being subtracted in here? All right, it's subtracted by 5. So if I'm going to write this formula here, okay, I'm just going to look for the first term and the common difference. Let me put a box in this formula so that, we can discern, ayan, the formula exactly. There we go. Now, searching for the formula here, let's just find the first term and letter D, the common difference. So with that would be a sub n would be equal to the first term, which is the first number here, 50. All Alright? And then plus n minus 1, just copy this part, times letter D. How much is being subtracted or added? This time, it's minus 5. So just write minus 5 here directly. And just to be clear, it's being multiplied. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a parenthesis here. Okay, just to indicate that it's going to be multiplied. Now, finding the 10th term, just replace n with 10. Okay, as we have done earlier. So it's going to be 50 plus 10 minus 1 multiplied by negative 5. Okay, there you go. Let me just move my solutions here. And then, yeah, just solve this thing. Okay? 10th term would be equal to 50 plus 10 minus 1 would be 9 times negative 5. So therefore, our answer here would be equal to 50 minus 45. So how did that happen? 9 times negative 5 here is negative 45. Final answer, that would be just 5. There you go. Okay. So that's an example of an arithmetic sequence. Okay. So this next example is not an arithmetic sequence. Okay. Can you determine the type of sequence this is? Alright. Take your time. Okay. This is still a geometric sequence. Okay. Let me write it here. And of course, we have discussed it earlier. The geometric sequences have a formula of a1, okay, times r n minus 1. But if you would look exactly at this sequence, they're not increasing, diba? They're not being multiplied to increase. They're being divided. May I ask by how much? How much are they being divided with? So it's divided by 3. And it's divided by 3. So if it's going to be a division sequence, it's being decreased because of division, we're going to have to change the operation here. Instead of multiplication, it's going to be a1 divided by r n minus 1. Okay, it's going to look like that. Okay, so what's next then? If it's divided by 3, okay, can you try to answer this? Try to find the formula and the 10th term. Okay, I'm going to solve this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you have answered this, alright, I hope you can get it right. How? Let me just substitute the first term and the ratio. Okay, so an is equal to, first term here would be 81 divided by how much? It's divided by 3. So there you go, 81 divided by 3. And then just write here the sequence n minus 1. Okay, so that would be 3 raised to n minus 1. That's the formula. Now, how about the 10th term? There you go, 81, okay, divided by 3, and then it's just 10 minus 1. And there you go, 3 raised to 10 minus 1. So of course, that would become 81 raised to 3, 81 divided by 3 raised to 9. Okay? And if you guys remember, okay, 3 raised to 9 was answered earlier. Diba? So I'm gonna write it in here. A sub 10 would be equal to 81 divided by, okay, if you would do that in a calculator, that would be 9 pieces of 3 multiplied by each other. Okay? And 3 raised to 9 here is equal to 19,683. Okay? If you remember, we have answered 3 raised to 9 earlier. Or is it? And it's this. 19,683. So let me just go back. Okay, let me just go back. So, moving forward, let's answer. What is 81 divided by 19,683? Can you solve that? Okay, one more time. 81 divided by 19,683. So, with that, you can answer this in a decimal form or, in fraction form. So, the answer would be here, 0041. Okay, at least 2 decimal numbers that are non-zeros would be enough. Or, you can answer this in, in fraction form. So how is it going to be in fraction form? Okay, that would be equal to 1/243. Okay, there you go. That's the answer to this dividing geometric sequence. There you go. Let's just answer some more problems, okay, so that you are prepared for the quiz. Okay, how about this thing? How about this word problem? Okay, so I hope you can see that. Okay, let me just read it for you for a while. A person saves $50 in the first month, $55 in the second month, and $60 in the third month, and so on. How much will he save in the 12th month? Okay, so with that, you have to, there are different ways of answering this, but I'm gonna pause it for a while. Try to answer it for yourself. So what you need to do here is first, maybe write a sequence, okay? Maybe write a sequence, or find the formula. Okay, you can just proceed to finding the formula. And then, you're going to search for the 12th term. Alright? So, let's try to answer this. But first, your turn. Okay? Pause this video. And I will answer this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, what we can do here is that we can write a sequence. Okay? So, in the first month, he had 50. And then second month, he had 55. Third month is 60. Okay? That students is already a sequence. Okay? And maybe you can find the formula here. Okay? First things first, what kind of sequence is this? Okay? It's being added by 5. No? It's being added by 5. It's plus 5 plus 5. So this class would be an arithmetic sequence. Okay? And arithmetic sequence has this formula. A raised to n would be equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times 3. Okay? So I'm just gonna put it here. Alright. So with that, just replace the first term and the common difference. How much is being added, diba? So that would be an is equal to, first term natin is 50. Okay? Plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Now ask yourself, how much is being added? Okay, 5. So replace it with 5. Just to be clear, they are going to be multiplied with this n minus 1. So there you go. What's next? We are looking for the 12th month, or basically the 12th term. So a sub 12 would be equal to 50 plus 12 minus 1 times 5. There you go. So let me just proceed to simplifying this. That would be 50 plus 11 times 5. Okay, 12 minus 1, 11. It's basically 50 plus 55. Okay, and then simplify. 50 plus 55 would be equal to 105. So the answer here would be $105. Okay, so that's the 12-month savings for that month only. Okay. Okay, let's proceed to the last problem, last word problem. Okay. Um, a rabbit population, let me just scroll it down, okay, so that it can be seen. Okay. A rabbit population doubles each month. Okay, doubles each month. Starting with 6 rabbits, how many pairs of rabbits will be there after 6 months? So it's um, the same manner of answering. First, you can draft the sequence according to how it goes. It doubles every month. So therefore, maybe you can write it off on the first 3 terms, okay? And then type of sequence, and can you write its formula? And lastly, search for the nth term, which is basically the 6th term. We're looking for the 6th term. So, okay, you can pause this video, okay, and try to draft the sequence, determine the type of number sequence, write its formula, and search for the 6th term. Okay, so I'm going to solve this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. First, maybe we should draft the sequence, have an idea of how it goes. So, there we go. Starting with 6 rabbits. Okay. So, the first month here, the first term here would be, okay, first month, okay. Okay, we don't need the first. Yeah, there you go. First month. 6 rabbits would become 12 kasi it doubles eh, diba? Okay, and then the second month, it will double into 24, and the third month it will double into 48. All right, so that is how it should go. Now, I do not advise writing the fourth, fifth, and sixth month. Okay, so just write a simple sequence of this word problem. That would be enough. Okay, I mean, if you can just um, determine the 6th term, that would be great. Okay, but I'm teaching how to do it properly. Okay, now how about a type of sequence and formula? Can you determine if it's being multiplied or divided? What type of sequence is that? That should be a, that's right, geometric sequence. And geometric sequences have this formula. Given that it's multiplied, that would be a sub 1 multiplied by the ratio and then raised to n minus 1. Okay? So we have the draft of the sequence, we have the type of sequence and its formula. Now let's search for the 6th term. Okay? Applying the formula here, a sub n is equal to first term. Alright? It shouldn't be 6 because the first month, okay? The first month is this. So, first month natin is they doubled already. So, the first term here should be 12. Alright? Kasi it's the first month that they doubled. Alright? So, with that, that should be 12. Alright? And then, times the ratio. How much are they being multiplied with? 6 in order to become 12 would be 6 times 2. So that would be 12 times 2 raised to n minus 1. Okay, there you go. That's the formula. Okay? So, if you are wondering, sir, why not 6? Okay? That's the 0th month. No month has started yet. Okay? But in the first month, they double. Alright? So, the first month here, we're going to take the number in which they doubled already, which is 12. Okay? I hope that's clear to you guys. Na ang first term would be the first month, which is 12. Alright? So, there you go. So, let's now answer. Let's search for the sixth term. 12 times 2. Oops, sorry. 12 times 2 raised to 6 minus 1. Okay? That would be simplified into 12 times 2 raised to 5. Okay? And if you are familiar, 2 raised to 5 would be equal to 32. Okay? Kasi 5 pieces of 2 multiplied. So 12 times 2 raised to 5 here would be 32. So just use your calculator. Okay? That would be equal to 384. Okay? The sixth term in here is 384. Now, if you want, we can verify the answer here. Let's multiply them manually. Okay? So, it started with 6 rabbits. First month, they doubled. Second, third. Okay, let's continue this pattern and see if it has the same number as 384. Alright, let's see if it has the same number. 48 times 2 would be equal to 96. Okay. Now, how about the fifth month? Alright. So, 96 times 2 would be equal to 192. Okay. And on the sixth month, remember, they only double on the following months, no? Every time we count months. And then multiply it again by 2. Alright. Times 2 would be equal to 384. So that's the answer here. Okay. So these are the questions that will be asked in your quiz. Alright. So word problems, giving you a sequence, finding the 10th term, abstract reasoning, just a few of them. And there you go. I hope you guys are ready for our quiz, which is 30 points. Okay, it's self-paced, can be done online. And if I remember, the deadline is until December 7. Okay, it's only until December 7 before 11:59 p.m. Alright, the deadline is there. You go. So, I wish you guys good luck. And I hope you enjoy learning math, especially word problems, searching for the formulas. Okay, I hope you guys are making meaning out of this. I'll see you soon. I'll see you guys soon. And once we meet, we'll have another interesting lesson in math. So for now, this is Sir Gian. And again, see you when I see you.